Good afternoon, and welcome back to Survivor, Literary Edition. I'm your host, Blanche Dubois, that's D-U-B-O-I-S. It's a French family name, if you're wondering. Coming to you from our first literary time period. Now remember, folks, in this show, we test the ability of our favorite literary characters and authors to withstand the elements of different literary genres. Let's take a look at our first realm, colonial America. Competing now is Team Jim and Scout Finch.
Jim, where are you?
I'm here, Scout.
Oh, good.
I got some minor fire and twigs up here to start up a nice little fire. Let's get you warmed up, little lady, before this night's hit. We just gotta survive for a few more days.
This colonial time ain't so bad. I sure don't know what colonial is, but I sure am glad you're him, Jim. That red jacket fellow sure was a nice help.
I'm glad I was paired up with you, 'cause I sure know your papa's a good man, and I reckon he has that runs to the family.
It sure does. My papa, he fought for the black man. Them other folks don't like him, but I sure do.
Gee, your daddy sure sounds great, but so is my good old Huck. The old true Huck, the only white gentleman that ever kept his promise to the old Jim.
I've been in search of stones,
Making
up
a
the
pavement,
just
travel
travel
roads.
mining for treasure deep in my bones.
Are you singing chants? Are you singing songs of the devil? I seen them. I saw them with the devil. They come to me while I was sleeping. They're making me dream corruptions.
Oh, sinner, consider thy fearful
Come on.
danger you are in. It is a great furnace of wrath, a wide bottomless pit full of fire and wrath. Yet you are held over in the hand of that God, whose wrath is provoked and incensed much against you, as against many of you damned in hell. Wow, what a blossoming team. I, too, have always depended on the kindness of strangers. Next, let's take a look at our infamous Transcendentalist period, where Emily Grierson and Henry David Thoreau are struggling to work together. Now, excuse me while I slip on my pretty new dress.
Look upon this transparent pond, already calm and full of hope, as in a summer evening. Gaze upon its beauty, the beauty of nature.
We need to build a shelter. Catch some food. Maybe a deer. Maybe some fish. Maybe some rats. I've got poison.
Hush. Why should we live such a hurry and waste of life?
I want to go home to my loving husband.
Back to the hustle and bustle of everyday life? No. No. I went into the woods because I wished to live deliberately and not concern myself with society. A place where the mass of men serve the state not as men, but as machines. My life is counter friction to stop the machine.
But aren't you supporting this so-called machine by being part of this game show?
Well,
Thoreau? Thoreau? Toby? 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 Where are
Have you heard the story of a strong and beautiful bug which came out of the dry leaf of an old table of an applewood tree, which had stood in a farmer's kitchen for 60 years, first in Connecticut and then in Massachusetts? From an old egg deposited in the living tree many years earlier still, as appeared by counting the layers of annual layers beyond it, which was heard gnawing out for several weeks. Who does not feel their faith in immortality and resurrection strengthened by this? My immortality is strengthened by this. I am the bug in the wood. I will free myself from this machine. I'm getting off of this game show. Wait!
Well, that certainly seems to be going well. Let's check out our other group drifting through the tranquil transcendentalist period. Huckleberry Finn and Babo from Benito Sereno.
I want to go that way.
Well, Babo, we're going this way. We're going to see Jim.
We're supposed to be a team.
No, I gotta find my Jim. Well, these two haven't appeared to agree on much so far. But truly, we're hoping that they'll find a common ground.
We have to go back.
Oh.
Babo!
Oh.
Why don't you just follow your leader?
Oh, wow. That'll be an immediate elimination right there, because deliberate cruelty is not forgivable. It is the one unforgivable thing in my opinion, and it is the one thing of which I have never been guilty. Well, if Huck Finn's leader is indeed 6 feet underwater, it appears that Huck has indeed followed his leader. Now, after this quick message from our sponsors, we'll make a stop in the realism period, where Anne Bradstreet and the man from To Build a Fire seem to be getting along just fine.
Hi, I'm Daisy Buchanan, here to tell you about my new perfume, Sudden Impact. You thought Daisy by Marc Jacobs was good? Wait till you get a whiff of this. Sudden Impact. Make a real impression on your man. Sudden Impact by Daisy Buchanan.
Come closer, that will get chilled to the bone.
No! I don't need your fire. I'm a man, and all a man has to do is keep his head, and he'll be all right. Any man who is a man can travel alone.
Hush! Sit near and listen to that fearful sound of the fire. And the fire, the sounds that bring warmth and life, yet also destruction. I mean, after all, the flames did consume my dwelling place, leaving me succorless.
Well, dang. A house would be nice right now.
Thou does not need a house, for there is wealth enough. I need no more. Here we are in a barren land. Before, I measured my happiness in the grandeur of my home. Now, that is gone. I see true value in life. I still find myself in great content, for my hope and treasures lie above.
Who cares about wealth? I'm just trying to survive out here. You sound just like that old timer from Sulphur Creek. He was very serious in laying down the law that no man should travel alone in the Klondike after below 50. But you are just slowing me down. So if you'll excuse me, I have my own fire to build. Come on. This stove looks so soft. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while.
Well, I wouldn't assume a nap would be the best solution, but I suppose that survival is different for everyone.
While we're in our realism realm, let's take a peek at one of our allied teams. Here we have Thomas Jefferson and his partner Stanley Kowalski, who have made an unlikely alliance with Abigail Adams and Olympe de Gouges. I know how to say it because I'm French. Let's take a look now, y'all.
Hey! Please, sugar, this is a man's work. Ugh. Not suited for the women.
We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Yes, indeed, yet I cannot say you are very generous to the ladies. For whilst you are claiming peace and goodwill to men, emancipating all nations, you insist upon retaining an absolute power over wives.
You are not my wife, nor a nation.
Perhaps not, but you still adhere to the principle of woman's subordinance.
Yes, you have no right to treat women as though we are lesser, unfit to even sharpen a spear. The only thing that limits the natural rights of women is perpetual male tyranny. These limits are to be reformed by the laws of nature. This is why we are in the wild today, to correct your insolent ways. Now hand over that spear and let us women show you how it's done.
Ha! Since when do you give me orders? Y'all think you confuse us men with their fancy educated speech? You hens cut out that conversation.
Come on, Olympe. You and I shall survive on our own. We are strong women. Quick, let us depart before the wolves arrive. They're coming closer.
No, well, we don't need you anyway. Good luck out there, ladies. Ha! Them women won't last a few hours without us. Them wolves are hours away, miles away. We won't be here for a long time.
My God, that dog came to tore me to pieces. He tried to kill me. Look out for the walls.
You gotta explain to
I believe, was that a contestant from last season? It appears to be Mr. Tea Cake. Let's get out of here. I don't want realism, I want magic. So let's hop on over to our memorable moderns period, where our team of Edna Pontellier and Hester Prynne have arrived at the party of Jay Gatsby. Can they handle the shock of the forward-thinking 20s? Let's take a look.
When I sit and look out upon all the sorrows of the world, and upon all oppression and shame, and hear secret convulsive sobs from young men, I was silent. I observe a famine at the sea. I observe the sailors casting lots, who shall be killed to preserve the lives of the rest. I observe the slights and degradations cast by arrogant persons upon laborers, the poor, and upon Negroes, and the like. I, too, am not a bit tamed. I, too, am untranslatable. I sound my barbaric yawp over the roofs of the world. I see, hear, and smell great. Chanel number 5. Sing, America, sing.
Being here, I cannot help but feel as though I have descended in the social scale, with the corresponding sense of having risen in the spiritual. The firmament is no long danger, and though they expected to behold us dimmed and obscured by a disastrous cloud, they will be astonished and even startled to perceive how our beauty shines out. This world's law is no law for my mind. Indeed. Come, my new friend, let us go forth into this new age of revelry and lust. Where is our elusive host so spoken of?
I'm afraid I'm not a very good host, old sport.
I heard he killed a man. Assumptions are deadly, Edna. Though this man back here's appear more capable of such a terror.
What a fine establishment, much finer than my friend's. With the first glimpse of the building, a sense of insufferable gloom pervades my spirit.
Come along, Mr. Poe. I ain't gonna lose this game just 'cause you ain't got no spirit. Now let's go see about this wondrous location. Oh my! Our other pair, J.D. Woods and Edgar Allan Poe, have appeared to have arrived at this party. Now remember, folks, our modern period has foiled even our strongest competitors. Miss Janie appears to be holding her own, but her partner, Mr. Poe, appears to be struggling a bit more with the freedom of the 1920s. Oh, I just love this freedom. Oh, exquisite relief! I had not known the weight until I felt this freedom.
It is not your place, as women, to assume you can take part in this gaudy revelry.
The bird that would soar above the level plane of tradition and prejudice must have strong wings.
Birds?
And indeed, our wings are stronger
Birds? What
than
birds?
yours.
Nevermore, a raven?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Beatrice, it's pretty. Alright, and now for our infamous bonus round. Now, if you'll remember, folks, in this special segment of our show, Survivor Literary Edition, we place 3 of our contestants into the dark romantic period with a special twist. We'll test the ability of the woman from The Yellow Wallpaper, Emily Dickinson, and Rose O'Sharon to withstand close confinement with their competitors. This section of our show is known for shattering the sanity of even our fiercest competitors. Will these ladies succumb to the haunting elements they are forced to endure? Let's find out.
We've been in here so long.
We've been in here for an hour. Settle yourself.
What are you even writing?
This is my letter to the world that never wrote to me.
Well, my husband has yet to write to me since I've been on this game show. He seems very queer sometimes. I feel as though he only pretended to be very loving and kind.
I ain't seen my Connie in ages.
I'm sure God will provide.
Look at this wallpaper. It looks to me as if it knows what a vicious influence it has.
Hush, hush. Keep your wits about you. The mind is near itself. It cannot see distinctly.
But there is something else about this paper. The smell! I noticed it the moment we came into the room. Whether the windows are open or not, the smell is here. It used to disturb me at first. I thought seriously of burning this place to reach the smell.
Oh, my baby. Do you think it'll hurt? I kind of felt you with all your crazy ranting.
I'm getting angry enough to do something desperate. To jump out of the window would be admirable exercise. The bars are too strong to even try.
She's crazy. She's gone insane. I want Bonnie. I need my husband.
Did you hear that? I heard a fly buzz.
My, the dark romantic period, as per often, has taken the sanity of our beloved characters. Looks like none of these ladies will be taking home the title of Most Adaptable Literary Star. As we've often seen on this program, the blind are indeed leading the blind. I'll be taking a short break now, folks, but hopefully we'll see you next week as we continue to test the strength of our favorite characters and authors on Survivor Literary Edition. This is Blanche Dubois, signing off.